Good evening and welcome to our second parent informational night about our new elementary virtual academy program here in Fremont Unified School District. My name is Robin Sert and I'm the Director of Elementary Education. I will be co-presenting with two of our amazing instructional services team, our Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Kim Kelly, and our Director of Student Support Services, Mr. Greg Bailey. This evening, we'll be sharing with you details about our academy. Prior to this evening, our community had an opportunity to ask questions. We've developed our presentation with those questions in mind, and we'll do our best to answer those this evening. In addition, after this evening, we will have the program description posted on our district website and the elementary education website. This presentation will also be available to anyone who is not able to tune in at this time. Let's see. You can go ahead to the next one and I'll get started. That one. While this has been an unprecedented year and COVID has presented many challenges, we do see a shift in our status for the 21-22 school year. Vaccines are currently readily available for our older children, and every indication is that vaccines will soon be available for our younger children as well. The district is planning for students to return to full-time in-person instruction. The Board of Education and district leadership team firmly believe that the educational needs of our students are best met in person in the classroom with their teacher. However, we also realize that a remote learning option may be the most prudent choice for some students and families given their medical or other extenuating circumstances. In order to give families the most information to make an informed decision, we're going to share with you an overview of the program, what to expect once accepted to the program, and finally, how to enroll in the program. Please know that we are creating this program as it is new to our district, and we are creating this prior to June 15th. As we are all aware, after June 15th, the county and state guidelines will be changing. If this impacts our program, we will update the information with the most current information. As is the case with everything this year, please know that it's flexibility and things change rapidly. So please keep tuned into our website for the most current information. So our program overview is this is going to be a TK through 6th grade virtual option for families. We have identified the two sites. TK through 2nd grade students will be part of the Wybell community, and 3rd through 6th grade students will be part of the Warm Springs community. The instruction in this virtual academy will be a 6-hour instructional day to mirror our in-person instruction. It will be delivered through live instructional minutes and asynchronous instructional minutes, very similar to this school year. The live instructional minutes will include whole group interaction, small group, and one-on-one instruction. Asynchronous instructional minutes will be a time for students to practice independently the skills that they're being taught in the classroom, view pre-recorded lessons or videos, and practice on virtual learning platforms. Students in the program will be required to use Google Classroom and/or Seesaw for communication to complete assignments. You will be expected to periodically pick up instructional materials at the school site, very similar to this school year as well. Students will be receiving the same number of instructional minutes as in-person instruction. So again, we want to mirror the opportunity our students would get if they were in person. Students will continue to use the core adopted curriculum. Any student who participates in the virtual academy will be part of this program. Virtual academy participants will not be eligible to participate in any additional program, such as the magnet or dual immersion programs. We know that both of those programs are really meant to be in an in-person environment, and so really families have to make a decision between the virtual academy or one of the amazing other programs we offer in our district. Next slide.
So what can your student expect while they're attending the virtual academy? As Robin said, our goal is to mirror what the day would be like in a classroom. So about 75% of the instructional minutes that your student receives each day will be through live interaction with their teachers, live online, of course. And then the remaining 25% will be through asynchronous instruction, much the way it would be if they were in a classroom, having some direct work with their teacher and then some time to do independent work. The teachers in the academy will remain online and be there live and available for student support for the duration of the day. So even if your student is busy doing independent work, they can always reach out to their teacher online and connect with them, just like they would be able to get help if they were in a classroom. The flow back and forth between direct instruction and asynchronous work is going to be such that your student doesn't spend their whole day being on the screen. We'll go back and forth between direct instruction and asynchronous instruction. We'll also offer breaks, some just brain breaks, just an opportunity to kind of shake out the cobwebs and stretch and do something different. We'll break for lunch. There'll be social time built into the day. And we'll definitely encourage students to take some purposeful movement breaks as well, so they're not just sitting in one place all day. There's a chance that we will need to have students come on campus periodically for something like maybe assessments. The students in the academy will follow the same school calendar and the same bell schedule as the site in which the academy is located. We will hold parent-teacher conferences. Those might be done online, and they will be done in November in conjunction with the school calendar at which your student is located. And we'll also offer a back-to-school night. We'll offer an open house, and those will be done via live online meetings. And again, they'll be scheduled in conjunction with those events happening at the school from which your teacher is based.
Next, I'm going to talk about some enrollment commitments and timelines in the future slides. In order to guarantee appropriate staffing, we're asking all families that apply for the virtual academy is committing to the program. Participation in the virtual academy is ideally a year-long commitment. However, we will allow transfers back into the in-person full-time instruction at the trimesters that coincide with each of our elementary sites. Participation in the virtual academy does not guarantee a spot at the student's home when they decide to return in the 21-22 school year or in the fall of the 22-23 school year. Although it does allow a seat at a school that is closest to their home school if that is possible. Next slide. Talk about the enrollment timeline. The applications are online right now on our homepage of our website and on the elementary education website. Those applications must be filled out by June 4th at 4 p.m. Our first priority will be granted to students based on medical necessity, and that's education code 51745C6. The second priority will be for members of the household who might be medically fragile. And then the remaining seats will be made available based on a lottery if necessary. And once again, the applications are received to me by 4 p.m. on June 4th. On June 8th, we will hold a lottery if need be at either a particular grade level, at all the grade levels, depending on their signups. The lottery will consist of myself, Ms. Sert, the Director of Elementary Education, and at least one or two other parents in our community just to witness it to make sure we are doing it fairly. On June 11th, Student Support Services will send a letter out to all families who applied to the program and to let them know that they either got into the program or they have been placed on the wait list for the 21-22 Virtual Academy school year. Next slide. Once again, the application is online right now. It is in Spanish, English, and Chinese. It is on our front page of our main district webpage, and then also in elementary education's webpage. Once again, the applications must be turned in to me, gbailey@fusdk12.net by 4 p.m. on June 4th. In order to be a participant in the lottery, if we need to go into the lottery, your application must be turned in to me by 4 p.m. on June 4th. Next slide.
Okay, so this evening we've shared with you our new elementary virtual academy. We've shared with you the overview, what a day in the life would be for our students and how to enroll. We know we've given you a lot of information, so if you still have remaining questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Robin Sert, and I'm the Director of Elementary Education. You can reach me at rsert@fusdk12.net. Thank you so much for attending this evening and for viewing the presentation. Thank you to Ms. Kelly and Mr. Bailey for being here as well. Again, enrollment begins tomorrow. If you visit our website, all of the information is there on the district homepage as well as the elementary education homepage. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.